What's going on, gamers? What I got for you guys today is another Halo tier list. But not just any Halo tier list. My Halo tier list. Well, I suppose there's not much else to go over. It's just a tier list video. At the end of the day, guys, this is all just opinions. And with that being said, let's get right on into it. And we're starting off strong with one of the greats. Actually, the game that started it all, Halo Combat Evolved. Halo Combat Evolved is officially old enough to drink now. If you haven't played Halo CE, I highly recommend it. What are you doing? Especially if you've played all the other Halos. For being so old, I feel like it has some of the most replayability when it comes to the campaign. And that's out of like any other Halo game, as far as the campaigns are concerned. For example, the sheer sense of adventure that you get out of playing Combat Evolved is just, I don't know. I mean, like, Halo 2 and Halo 3, they kind of have that feel to it, but they also feel a little more linear, where like the levels were just so open and vast and the mystery was like kind of more there in Combat Evolved that, I don't know, I'm always just going to appreciate it for that. And I think for that a reason alone, it's kind of going to have to be in the upper A tier, somewhere in that range. I think for starting my favorite game franchise ever, and just having the insane amount of replayability, and it's still one of my favorite Halo games to play through. Sadly, you can't play 4-player co-op. Halo CE definitely secures its position as an A-tier game. The next game on our list is Halo 2. Hoorah! This one should be pretty easy. Honestly, Halo 2 is like not my favorite. It's not, I mean, honestly, it's not even that good in my opinion. Campaign's kind of trash.
Know your fucking place, trash.
Whoa. You guys really thought that I was going to rank Halo 2 a C tier? This game is easily, and I mean easily, right up there with A. Actually, it's better than CE. CE needs to get out of the way.
It's one of the most eagerly awaited video games finally goes on sale.
Preparing to rewrite retail history.
Video game is expected to have bigger first-day revenues than any movie has ever had an opening day at the box office.
Biggest retail launch in entertainment history.
Dozens of grown men and probably about 3 women have crawled out of their parents' basements tonight to be first in line to buy the new video game Halo 2.
Now, I don't think I need to go on and on about how Halo 2 was like a freaking cultural phenomena, or how it had record-breaking sales on opening day, or the effects that this game had on Major League Gaming or gaming as a whole. Halo 2 was bottom line just an amazing game. Halo 2 is actually where I started playing Halo. It's one of my favorite Halo games that has ever been created. I don't think I need to really dive deep on like the 100,000 reasons why Halo 2 is just like a cultural phenomena, or all the things that it did for gaming back in the day. I mean, shit, some of the things that Halo 2 did for gaming is still implemented in a lot of ways for first-person shooters or Halo as a whole. Halo 2 was the first game that had Xbox Live when it first launched. Halo 2 also made LAN parties really popular. If you don't know what a LAN party is, it's basically where you connect like 4 Xboxes together and you can have like 16 of your friends playing together at once under the same house. It was really cool, and it was a time to be alive. Honestly, I feel bad for anybody who didn't get to experience just like the Halo 2 hype or playing Halo 2 with your friends. Even if it was my first introduction to Halo, and I may or may not have been good or bad, nothing was better than BXRing your friends and then teabagging them, or playing through the campaign with one of your friends. Halo 2 honestly may even deserve S tier, but we're gonna leave it down at A for now. The big dog himself, the game that I cherish more than anything in my life, honestly, Halo 3. My childhood, the game that I've grinded more than any other Halo game. This might be a little biased, but there's no chance in hell that Halo 3 gets anything less than an S. Honestly, if there was an S plus tier, I'd probably give Halo 3 that. To be honest with you, I often say Halo 3 is the greatest video game that was ever created, and it actually makes me terribly sad that no one will be able to experience Halo 3 like I did when I was, growing up. I genuinely shed tears when the Halo 3 online servers finally went offline and they sunset all those servers. And I know that sounds corny, but Halo 3 kind of shaped me as the gamer I am today, if that makes any sense. Shit, maybe even the person I am today with all the connections and friends and memories I have of that game. I don't know. Everything about Halo 3 will always be my favorite. So maybe a little biased, but Halo 3 was the culmination of all of Bungie's hard work. Honestly, like 10 years, about 10 years. Hard, dedicated blood, sweat, and tears. Packed to the brim with social features, this game was honestly, dare I say, iconic. Well, that about completes the mainline trilogy that Bungie set out. But how can we go without mentioning Halo 3 ODST? This game, directed by Joseph Staten, is honestly one of my favorites. I do rate it right up there with Halo 3. I mean, it's in the title, and the fact that it pretty much brought a second life to all of Halo 3's multiplayer, and a lot of people weren't really excited or happy about that. I don't know, just giving life or extending the life in what I consider, or what many considered, were just like the best game for its time, or the best game ever made. You know, most games are lucky if they last over a year as far as like player retention goes and stuff. Or look at Call of Duty and Activision, for example. They kill their games old Yeller style every 11 months just to push a $60 paywall down your throat. And then you had a game studio like Bungie who was trying to make like a $30 expansion for their already super successful Halo 3 title. Obviously, Microsoft pressured them into making a $60 game, and that's why we got amazing features like Firefight. But the Vidmaster challenges and the Road to Recon alone is enough to give this game an S tier rating right next to Halo 3. These two games together, you just had to be there. The part of the list that nobody ever wants to get to, the 343 era.
And 3 cheers for the fry cook who took my place while I was gone. Squidward! Hip hip! Boo! Hip hip! Boo! Hip hip! Boo! Hip hip!
Boo! You stink!
Man, where do we actually rate Halo 4? When Halo 4 came out, I remember that's when I was getting into PC and I was, you know, phasing out of console gaming and all of that. You know, life was a little weird. I believe I was turning like 18 or so around then. And Halo 4 had a very divisive launch. It was the first non-Bungie titled Halo. And everybody, when they launched this game and put this game into their disc trays, everybody was wondering, is Halo back? Now, I gladly played through the campaign on the Microsoft Store. That was like actually a thing back in the day because I remember buying it on the Microsoft Store and then playing with a controller, just doing the whole campaign on my computer because I didn't have a console at the time. And I must say, I actually, I think it was my first solo player experience, and I actually enjoyed Halo 4's campaign. Like, start to finish, solo playthrough, I thought it was actually really good. Now, I don't think it was like Halo 3 good, and I don't think it was like Halo 2 levels of good, but the graphical fidelity kind of made you think like maybe, but as far as storytelling or rememberable gameplay, it didn't hold a torch to the original 3. And I think for that reason alone, I'm gonna have to give Halo 4 a B tier. Now, I'm not really going through, I'm kind of rating these games like as a whole. Now, if we were rating Halo 4 for its multiplayer, it was just everything we didn't want to see out of the Halo games. And I think I don't know, if it was just multiplayer, I would have to put it in like D tier. I honestly hate Halo 4 with a passion when it comes to the multiplayer. It just doesn't play like the Halo I love. But multiplayer aside, and we're just, you know, counting the game as a whole, I do think Halo 4 is a B tier game. I just realized we're not going through this in order anymore, so I need to actually reshuffle this to be in order, because that would be nice. So the next game on the list would be Halo Wars.
Report, February 4th, 2531. 5 years. 5 long years. That's how long it took us to get Harvest back.
Now, I'm not really big into like the RTS style like games. I played Halo Wars a little bit, and I think I even played co-op and beat the game with one of my friends back in the day. Honestly, really not my cup of tea. If I had to give Halo Wars an honest rating, it's probably closer to C tier. I think the story in Halo Wars is really good. So if we were rating it off of just the story or the campaign alone, or maybe even just the cutscenes, I would bump it up to about a B tier, but we are counting the games as a whole, and I think Halo Wars only just kind of lands in C. Next, we have Halo Reach. Now, for most, this is a lot of people's first Halo game. And this is where Bungie really strayed from the path and was trying a lot of new things. Now, remember what I said about Halo 3 being like almost 10 years worth of work, just culminated all into like the finished product of Halo? Well, this is 10 years worth of work on Halo. And Halo Reach came out swinging. The hype and the customizability alone for the multiplayer honestly gives this game about an S tier, with Forge being more fleshed out than it ever had been, and giving players the most amount of replayability out of any Halo title. Halo Reach would go on to be played for years. I mean, honestly, it's still played today, and that's 12 years later, to give you guys an idea of how loved Halo Reach is. I don't think I need to say much more other than Halo Reach is one of my favorite Halo games, and no chance in hell it's not getting anything less than second place here. I think it even beats Halo 3 ODST. Halo Reach just had the best Forge, the best customization. I think it even had a better campaign than Halo 3. Here we go, everybody's favorite, Halo 5. Throw it right in the trash can. Horrible. No, in all seriousness, I've actually gone back through and been playing Halo 5 recently. Don't make fun of me. We're in a content drought. Infinite's hurting. Now, Halo 5 is kind of divisive for me because it honestly has just always been stuck on console. There's only one way to play it on PC, and that's if you pay for the Ultimate Game Pass and you stream it, and you have to play with a controller. It's not a good way of playing Halo 5, but it is an option. With that being said, I think the story wasn't actually that bad. It was cool to see the Halo universe fleshed out in a different way. Now, I know that's kind of a rough take because a lot of people, when it comes to the Halo campaigns or the Halo story, we want to see Master Chief. We want to see, you know, these epic Halo stories told through the, you know, boots of the silent protagonist. And, you know, sometimes people really didn't like that we only played as Master Chief for like 3 missions in all of Halo 5. A lot of people really criticized Halo 5's story and the marketing and the divisive launch and being, you know, tied to console and all these things together is kind of why Halo 5 is just not that good of a game, but I really don't rate it any better or worse than Halo 4. Now, I know Halo 5 has like the most crazy Forge or the best Forge that has ever been released by any Halo developer, but I really didn't play that much Halo 5 Forge, and I really didn't play that much Halo 5 custom games. If we were rating this just off of like Forge alone, I could bump this up to an A tier, but I mean, it's Halo 5, guys. Come on, you guys are gonna like fucking behead me and do nothing but like thumbs down this video if I give it anything more than a B tier. Now, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments section. I think Halo Wars 2 came out after Halo 5. I'm not gonna check it. We are just fucking raw dogging this video. I'm doing a terrible job. We're not even like going in with hard edits or a ton of B-roll. We're just making shit happen. I need to get a video out there. But Halo Wars 2, I actually didn't play. I've never played Halo Wars 2. I think it's tied to console only. I could try streaming it on my PC with the Ultimate Game Pass. but I don't really like RTS games. If we were rating Halo Wars 2 off of the story and cutscenes alone, I would probably rate this a B or C. But we're rating these games as a whole, and I didn't play Halo Wars 2, so I really don't know what to say there. And the one that everybody's been waiting for, Halo Infinite. I remember when we first opened Halo Infinite, I was staring at the menu screen. I think I thought of all my childhood best friends, and I didn't know who to text first and just be like, Halo is back, man.
Ah! Did I pass the tests?
You did. 30-year-old men everywhere are very excited.
That is good. That is good.
Like, I think it's back. I think things are about to be 2007 as fuck. And I think we all know how that story goes.
Bring back playlist! ABC stop! 343 raped me!
343's kind of been dropping the ball. They've been fumbling the ball. 343 really kind of has let us down with Halo Infinite and like a complete launch of a video game. Modern gaming kind of blows, but when you're making, you know, these games that are so robust in features and have so much quality packed into them, I sympathize slightly with the video game making process, right? And all of that, and the hard work that goes into making these games. But now, what I don't really care about is the mismanagement of, you know, this AAA game or this huge IP that is Halo and Halo Infinite. And it just goes to show you what mismanagement can do to a product. Because 343 has proven to us that they can make really good games. And they have proven to us that they can and do understand Halo. But the problem over at 343 is that they constantly fuck that up or drop the ball or retcon or change things that don't need to be changed in the Halo universe. And that's why Halo Infinite's suffering. I think as Axeman put it recently in one of his videos, Halo's suffering from a bit of an identity crisis. And I honestly kind of agree with him. I think 343 has tried so many times to try to make a game that wasn't so Halo, to try to get a broader audience, and because of that, they've kind of alienated their broader audience. But at the same time, Halo Infinite has so much potential to still be the perfect game and be a game that we could support for 10 years and want to play for 10 years. And I'm not just pulling that out of my ass. Like, I still think Halo is really cool, and I'd be kind of upset if we just scrapped it and got a new Halo game because I don't know if you guys have paid attention to this, but 343 games kind of fucking suck. They don't come out right. They don't come out complete. And like, if Infinite's had this much of an issue, I don't really have faith in them developing another game. If they can't save Infinite, then there's no saving Halo. But I mean, all the hopium aside, I genuinely enjoyed this game. Like, the campaign when it launched, I think it was my favorite solo campaign experience that I've ever played through. I'm still waiting for the co-op experience and for all of that fun to be had and like 100%ing everything in the game. But grinding up to Onyx rank, playing multiplayer, grinding for all the items, the Twitch drops, the graphical fidelity. There's so many reasons why I love Halo Infinite, and I think the campaign alone and would be the reason why I throw it in S tier. And no cap, I'm not joking when I say this. I am putting Halo Infinite in S tier. I think it is one of my favorite Halo games. I have about 1,000 hours in this game. Probably more than I have in a few of these other Halo games that I've given a very high rating, and I honestly think Halo Infinite is a good game. I mean, shit, I'm a Halo Infinite content creator. GG Ripskins. But no, seriously, I love this game. I love grinding for the things in this game for the most part, even though the challenge system is absolute garbage. Like, 50% of the things need to be reworked or redone in this game, but all I can see is the passion and the potential that Halo Infinite has. And for that alone, I'm gonna have to give Halo Infinite an S rating. It's right up there with the greats. It's one of my favorite Halo games, and I'm always playing over at twitch.tv/niftynoob. Links can be found in the description. If you guys ever want to play some Halo with me, I'm always over there playing games. And if you enjoyed the Halo content, do me a favor, subscribe, maybe like, share it with your friends, do all that cool stuff. Still a small Halo content creator, but I just wanted to get this little video out there. It's a little something. I have a lot of videos in the work right now. Hopefully I can get something else out there. If you made it this far into the video, type Cortuna into the comment section.